Hello there and welcome to another Commodore 64 playthrough. And today we're going to play through the game Top Gun, the game of the film. So Top Gun was a sort of 1986 blockbuster film, had Tom Cruise in it, and basically he was a trainee fighter pilot, and him and his friend Maverick, who was his sort of co-pilot, they're basically in this sort of hotshot school where they're getting trained up, and it was a massively successful film. It's very 80s, very glamorous, very much of its time, and a bit of a cultural sort of phenomenon as well. There's a lot of things from it um, that have sort of stood the test of time, with the lines from the film and things that happened in the film that have all sort of, taken lives of their own. So, it's a typical thing for the 80s. There was a video game release for it, and it's an absolute dog, in my humble opinion. There's not one redeeming feature of it at all whatsoever, apart from maybe it's the music. The music's cool. The music's really good, but the actual presentation, this wireframe graphics thing that's going on. I mean, basically, the whole gameplay is about banking and rotating until you get the plane in view, and you can either shoot it with a cannon or you can shoot it with a sort of air-to-air missile sort of thing, which is what I'm trying to do now. And if you keep it in your little sort of sights for long enough, you can then track it, and then we're okay as well. So this isn't working well, so I'm going to go cannon as well. So on your little display at the bottom, you've got the left-hand side is how fast you're going. I think the blue one that's just going down is the temperature of your cannon, because it gets hotter and then you end up having to sort of I'm gonna get blown up here. So you have to sort of give it a rest, and then you've got your little scope in the middle so you can see where the plane is in relation to you. There's a little arrow. In fact, I'm going to get a missile on him here because he's that far away. There's a little arrow that shows you how far away your plane is, whether it's up above you or below you. Go on, son, that's you gone. And then you've got the ability to change your weapon and how much damage you've done, which is the very right hand of those sort of little meters. I'm on the left hand screen, and that shows you how you're doing as well. But to be honest, it's just, I mean, not a big fan at all whatsoever of this game. It just plays horrifically. It's when you play fight simulators like Ace, any of the Ace games, even Ace 2, which I don't like, you're treated to a better experience than what you're getting with this. And it's just a case of banking or doing loop the loop until you get, until you eventually get them in your sights, and then you blow them up and you do, whatever you've got to do. So, yeah, as I say, I'm not particularly a fan of this. There are so many better games out there, and it's the ultimate sort of tie-in type thing, because all they've just basically done is bought the license and thought, we'll release anything and people will buy it. Oh, he's released a flare. How dare he? I'm going to release another missile because that wasn't very fair. Kaboom. And that's it, really. It gets harder as you progress through it. You get a score. Whatever else you've got going on, it's all very sort of, interesting in that respect. But to be honest, I'm just not a fan. And there'll be people out there who think it's absolutely wonderful, but it does get a bit of a caning if you look at all the sort of different reviews, if you like. It's just not a particularly nice game. Am I going to get him? No, he keeps releasing flares. I don't know how many missiles you get. I don't know if it's like infinite, or same with flares. I know in sort of Ace and games like that, you don't always get. Who's going to die first? Sometimes you can both die at the same time, which is hilarious. So yeah, it's a Top Gun. I've not seen the film for years. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head anything about it. It's just, it is there. God, this is going to be easy, isn't it? I can't remember the key for speeding up either. I think it's full stop or something like that. That's how you do it. Oh, come on. You're just not playing fair by dropping flares. I mean, where's the fun in that? Oh, who's going to die first? Is it going to be him or me? It's him. Yes! And I'm not being gender specific because that's exactly what I'm. So yeah, so I'm on level 3, and so as you I've gone up 2 levels and you didn't even notice there was no fanfare or anything like that. So yeah, great music, well presented game, but gameplay itself, Zippo sort of hookability. Once you've blown blow up a plane a few times, whoopie doo. So yeah, so this is Top Gun. No Tom Cruise was involved in the filming of this episode. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Any questions, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.